or the shredding. But I'll switch it off. I've been back 2 weeks now. I'm starting to feel settled again. But it's not the same here though. The transport's different. So is the weather. So are the people. I'm going across town to get the second best coffee in the world. But where's the best? San Francisco. Castro Coffee in San Francisco. You know, I must be one of the few people left in the world who still prints their digital photographs. I'd use an old film camera if it wasn't so expensive. Two years I spent there. I was only supposed to stay 5 days. See, I was making my way up the west coast of North America, San Diego, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and then a lengthy bus journey up to Seattle. My final stop was going to be Canada, a few days in Vancouver, before a trip around the Rockies, before I caught my flight home. But I never caught that flight. I never made it out of San Francisco until recently. But why did I go? Well, I'm a photographer. My plan was to travel the world, photographing people. See, I wanted to take the perfect portrait. You know, find the perfect person in the perfect place at the perfect time and then just, you know. But I'm not going to find the perfect person here. I mean, not that people here are good looking like, it's just that I found the perfect person already. But I suppose you want to know what they look like and how I met them. I'll have to tell you why I left Edinburgh in the first place. She didn't understand me, my mum. She didn't realize how much photography meant to me. It's my first love. I mean, photography being my first love. She didn't realize that you could capture a moment, hold a feeling forever and carry it with you like a vivid memory. She couldn't understand why anyone would go to art school. You're not going to get a job when you graduate. You're better off doing something with computers. They're all the rage these days. She was half right. I mean, I did get a job, but I didn't graduate. And the job was in a call center. So I dropped out of art school. I couldn't afford to live in Glasgow and study at the same time. Certainly couldn't afford to drink as much as I wanted to. My only option was to take a year out, move back home, save up some money, and then return to finish my studies. So I returned to Mother. I stuck at the job. I was holding out for something to happen, which obviously didn't occur. I wasted a year of my life waiting. I wasted a second year of my life waiting more. I mean, by then I had enough money to finish art school. The problem was, I didn't want to finish art school. See, normally I don't rip up photos, they're sacred. But I felt that strongly about it. See, I just wanted to drift and take photographs. It was my one obsession. Well, one of two obsessions, coffee and a curiosity. I just wanted to find someone to photograph. Someone with that special look. I had to find them. So, I looked at my bank balance. And there was a burst of joy as I typed up my resignation letter and gave it to my boss. Nothing could stop me now. I was a bus without a brake. So I drifted. London, Hong Kong, Bangkok, Australia, New Zealand, Fiji, San Diego, Los Angeles, San Francisco. And there I was, photographing the people I'd met and the places I'd been to. But I still hadn't found that perfect face. And I was still looking for the perfect location. But I was close. So the thing about San Francisco is it is so nice. Lots of people want to live there. They want to live there even if they don't have a roof above them. And therefore, there's a problem. Homelessness. But that gave me a subject. But I wasn't going to find the face yet either. I would spend my days walking in the city. I would just walk and walk and walk. I never caught the bus or a tram. And to keep up my energy, I drank coffee. Lots of it. See, I would give them some change before I took their photograph. Sometimes they would give me some advice. There was this one guy. He was old, and he thought of himself as a wise man, a bit of a sage. He looked at me and he says, "Do you know where to get the best coffee in the world?" He was asking me, pointing at my coffee cup. I wasn't holding too much hope that he'd be able to tell me. I mean, he was swaying from side to side like someone on a boat, or a bus for that matter. "Well, I'll tell you, catch the tram to the Castro. You go to Castro Coffee and get yourself a coffee. Tell them old Jerry sent you." Well, after an endorsement like that, who could turn him down? I mean, I'd been in San Francisco a couple of days at that point, but I hadn't been to that district yet. I'd heard lots about the Castro and I was planning on going. Now I had an added incentive. Now, trams are different from buses, as I'm sure you know. And the trams in San Francisco are old. I mean, they run on time and get you where you need to go, but they're wooden frames at a degree of authenticity that actually make you feel safe. I mean, if they've been around that long, they're not going to break down now, are they? So, I got on, sat down, and looked out the window. I saw more homeless people in bars and clubs. Well, people playing chess on the street. Theatres and strip clubs. And then rainbow flags and tourists. Boring shops. Interesting shops. Selling vintage clothes and antiques. As the journey continued, more and more people got on. But I just closed my eyes and let the sun shine on my face. I was reminded of a time when I was younger. When I was a boy, I used to lie in the field behind my house. I would be on my back in the tall grass, and the sun would fall from the sky and shine on my face. I would lie there for hours and hours, until my mum would call me in for tea. Then I knew it was time to go home. I wanted to relive those memories right here, right now in San Francisco. I wanted the joyful abandon of youth, and I wanted to capture that in my photographs. I was so lost in the sunshine and the memories, I didn't realize someone had sat down next to me. But I had a job to do. Well, 2 jobs. Coffee, that goes without saying, and photographs. Now, San Francisco isn't like Edinburgh. People on public transport tend to talk to one another. So the guy next to me strikes up a conversation. "Not from around here, are you, boy?" "No," I said. "Well, let me give you some advice." "Oh, great, more advice." I was thinking he was going to tell me the best coffee in San Francisco was actually on the other side of town. "There are 3 rules in life." I started looking around. The bus was empty. Everyone else had gotten off. It was just me and this old priest. Well, me, this priest and the driver, of course. I started worrying he was going to give me some sort of religious lecture. I was feeling awkward. I mean, the bus was empty. He had a pick of the seats and he sat down next to me. The first rule in life is do what you want. Okay, sounds all right to me. Do what you want, seems okay. The second rule is get used to being lonely. No, wait a minute, I said, but he put up a hand. And the third rule is home is the most beautiful place in the world. I couldn't believe this guy. I mean, what a load of rubbish. First he tells me I'm going to be lonely. Then he's telling me the best place in the world is back home. What? With my mum, who doesn't understand me, and that terrible job? The only good thing in my life was that park when I was a boy. Well, that and the off chance of sunshine. But I mean, look outside. There's no sunshine. But as I was looking outside, I saw him. The perfect face. I stood still. I mean, still as you can when you're on a tram. Blonde hair that waved in the gentle breeze. Soft, pale skin. Deep blue eyes, I think. But he was wearing skinny jeans and a Castro coffee shirt, and I knew that was the man I had to photograph. So I shook the old man's hand. He was right about one thing. Not the last 2 points, but the first one. I should do what I want. I should take that man's photograph. Where has he gone? No, he's not there. I need to get off. I need to get off the tram. Oh, idiot. I let him get away. But then the penny dropped. He was wearing a Castro coffee shirt. I could just meet him there. I could just walk in, nonchalantly. Yeah, order a coffee and politely ask him if I could take his photograph. Easy as that. But that is what I did. His name was Mark, and the photos we took were brilliant. He was nice, Mark. He bought me a cup of coffee. He told me he'd always wanted to be a model, and I gave him that chance. I went back the next day, and the next, and the next. It was really good coffee. But I realized time was running out. And if I wanted to travel some more, I'd have to leave. But I didn't want to leave. I had found the perfect face, but not the perfect location. I wanted Mark to come with me. Oh, we could travel the world together. But as I well know, that takes time and money. So my options were simple. You stay or go. So I stayed. I got a job making coffee. I didn't have Mark's touch though. And after 2 fantastic years, we decided to travel. And I did eventually get to see Canada. And was it the perfect location? No. We were running out of money. We had to find work, and fast. Our last remaining pennies brought us back here. Back home for me. It's not all bad though. Mark has a job serving the second best coffee in the world. And that coffee shop is near my old house. Just a 5-minute walk from that field. And I'm going to meet Mark now. He's going to make me a coffee. And then we are going to take a 5-minute walk. And I am going to take the perfect portrait. With the perfect face. In the perfect location. Perfect.